Okay, cool. So good afternoon, everyone. This is another episode of D Talk. Today is I'm having an interview with a lovely entrepreneur straight out of the Bronx. Her name is Jailien, and she has a great shop called ShopJalilia. I actually saw her on Instagram from a previous post of my friend. I thought her pieces are like really fun and cute and unique. And I just wanted to sit down with her and see, what her business is about and learn more about her. So say hi. Cool. So how long have you been in business?
So I just made a year back in August. When I originally started, I was actually doing selling beauty products like face mask sets and lip glosses and stuff.
Cool.
And then back in end of December, January, I was like, I don't really like doing this. I love beauty products, don't get me wrong. But I was like, this is not like who I am and what I want to sell.
Okay.
So I decided to reconnect with arts and crafts, which is something I've done my entire life.
Nice.
I went to Michael's. As anyone knows, when you go to Michael's, you just spend all your money. I went in one day, I got a bunch of materials and started working with polymer clay. And that's how I started slowly making the earrings, which is, I've only been doing polymer clay since the end of December.
Okay.
But in regards to bracelets and stuff, I've always made bracelets probably over 10 years now. But I realized as I was doing it, I felt more creative freedom. I was like, okay, I create whatever I want to create. I can mix and combine colors, make styles that some people were like, okay, that's kind of wacky. And then some people were like, oh, wait, I know exactly what to do with this. So I was like, best of both worlds. I can create whatever just comes to mind naturally. And someone is going to find it and be like, I know how to rock this. I want that.
Yeah, no, they were really fun. I think, I believe what my friend showed, you have these rainbow, I believe it's a keychain.
I do have it here.
Yes, I thought that was so cute. I was like, oh my gosh, I love rainbows. I was on a spiritual trip not too long ago, and I don't remember if I was either reading something or maybe it was the Bible, but somewhere along there, I had mentioned that, rainbows are a reminder of the covenant that, God, promises us. I don't know if you're religious. I apologize, in advance. But that was just my connection to it. So I just like rainbows. So wherever, I see a rainbow, it always makes me feel, warm and tingly inside. So
yes,
that was a fun note.
I just ordered a bunch of rainbow stickers to include in orders. And I was like, I think I have to order more, but for myself.
No. Hey, that's nothing wrong there.
Beautiful.
So I know you said a lot of your designs just come up, from the top of your head, but is there something that you use kind of regularly as inspiration for your designs, or is it just everything is just off the top?
Well, Pinterest, I use Pinterest for color schemes and color palettes. I actually have a board with color inspo. So one day I'm like, let's see what I want to work with today. That's mainly what I did for my fall collection. Because I knew some colors that I had in mind, but I was like, I want to expand more with shades for fall. So I found a bunch of colors that way. And I also reflect on memories from growing up, old pictures. My family is originally from the Dominican Republic, and my mom came here when she was 13. So my sister and I are first generation. So I always remember times and photos when we went over there, which is why most of my pieces are in Spanish.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay. Or I'll be walking around one day, walking to Starbucks, and I'm in Fordham, and I'm like, that's a nice tree. I like that color green. And then I'll come home and make a shade of green because I saw a tree. I'm like, okay, let's do that. Little things, even something someone can say, or a photo someone will post a sunset or a beach, anything like that. I like to take from my actual life and some inspiration online. So it's still a part of me, and it's something that I'm creating to share with others.
Awesome. That's pretty cool. So on average, how long does it take you to make your pieces? How much time do you have to put into your designs?
If it's for instance, anything threaded, the threaded bracelets and keychains.
Nice.
Can take, the simplest design can take me 20 minutes, which is a simple basic 2-strand, and anything intricate can take up to 4 hours.
Oh, wow.
And if it's a design that I've never done before, it'll take longer because I'll take breaks.
Okay.
But if I already know the design, I'll just sit all day on my couch and I'll make bracelets. And I'll look to me like, are you still making bracelets? I'm like, yeah. She's like, how many did you make? I look at my pile. I'm like, oh, I don't even know. Like, I'll just lose track. But with clay, it's a little bit more time consuming because you have to like really condition it.
Yeah.
For polymer clay, it's supposed to be kind of flexible, so
Okay.
it lasts longer. So there's certain times like you'll bake something and you'll go to bend it and it'll just snap.
Okay.
But like from start to finish, like conditioning, making colors, it can take a few hours, but time goes by so fast. It's like you'll start working, you're like, oh wow, it's 2 a.m. Let me go to sleep. Which happens all the time. Like yesterday I started working at like 11 and I finished at like 4 in the morning. I was like, I should probably go to sleep. But
That's
it's great.
awesome. Yeah, but I mean, hey, there's a saying out there that, you know, everything in life is hard. Working for somebody is hard. Working for yourself is hard. But at least, you know, it's something that you're doing for you and that you really seek enjoyment, you know? So kudos to you, you know? That's dedication. I'm here for it. So how did you come up with the name of your shop?
So my nickname growing up was Jali. And I remember growing up, I used to always do like weird spellings. And the only one that stuck was Jali. But I remember like I used to be in class writing Jali, Jalilia, Jali. And I'm like, what am I doing? So one night I was sleeping and then I was like, okay, it's gonna be Jalilia. And I woke up and I wrote it down. I was like, okay, I'm gonna sleep on this. If this is what I want and it sticks. And it stuck, and since then I've just stuck with the name.
Awesome. Well, cool. I like it. I think it's fun. Again, like I was looking at your pieces and like your string, your lanyard keychains. I'm 34 by the way. So it reminded me.
Good girl. You look good. I thought you were like 25.
Thanks. But like it reminded me of like when I was a kid and I was in like summer camp and we had like those strings where you had to like make a box and do all like these Chinese staircases. So that
I have those.
oh, aren't they just the best?
I'll just sit there like, okay, let's do it.
Right. So that's instantly what like I thought about. So it was just fun to just kind of like connect with you and like with my old memories through your pieces. So that's pretty cool. Does that happen to you often?
Sometimes I have people mention like inspiration. Like I had one time I had made a bracelet and I just randomly chose the colors and the design and I started working on it. And someone messaged me like, I saw your bracelet a week ago and I cannot stop thinking about it. Is this available? Because it reminded her of another bracelet she had bought when she was on vacation. So I didn't really ask like what happened to her. So I'm guessing like it might have gotten damaged or it just disappeared. And I actually sent it out to her. And I have another friend of mine who's also a small business owner. She contacted me because she was fighting COVID. COVID hit her like extremely hard.
Mm.
She was like, from seeing your clay and your pieces, it inspired me. So she started making clay pieces as a form of therapy. And now she's like, this is helping me try to move forward with my life because I see what you're posting and it's just motivation. I'm like, oh my goodness. Like when you get those messages, you're like, wait, what? Seriously? I think it's the coolest thing and it's so sweet because never in a million years that I think people would contact me saying like it's motivated them or it brings them back to a time in their life that they were enjoying so much.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this.
Well, that's amazing. Like it just goes to show that, you know, we all have something to contribute to the world. Doesn't matter how small or how big. And it goes back down to your business also. It doesn't matter how small or big you are. Like you are connecting with somebody and it matters, you know. This is our form of expression. So that's awesome. That makes me happy. I didn't even get the message, but that just warms my little heart. So where do you see like your business or where do you see it growing from here on out?
I definitely want to expand in what I provide. I do want to slowly start incorporating like home decor. I'm like big on home decor.
Okay.
Like I'm like, oh my God, beautiful furniture, hangings, like everything. So I want to possibly expand because it is something popular in making like wall hangings with polymer clay, but also including the making of woven pieces and tassels. So in like combining all those elements together. And then hopefully, like a small storefront. I definitely want to do like markets and stuff, especially for the holidays.
Yeah.
That's definitely a huge goal of mine, is start doing markets and having holidays and doing like little pop-up shops here and there.
Yeah.
And I used to be on Big Cartel, which Big Cartel is a great site for people that are starting out, but I decided to transition to Etsy because Etsy makes it a little bit more easier and it allows me to provide international shipping.
Ah.
So I do hope to like break out worldwide and ship internationally and have that.
Cool. What are your shipping rates now? Like how long does it take? Like if I were to order something today, how quickly would I be able to get it?
So most of my orders are made to go. So anything that's ordered on a Friday will ship out on a Monday if Monday is not a holiday.
Okay.
But like if it's something that I'm like, okay, like I'll pack it up and I'll usually ship it out within 1 to 3 business days.
Okay.
Depending where you are, it can arrive within 2-3 days. And then if it's international, it'll take a little longer. It's about 1 to 2 weeks for it to actually arrive. But
Okay.
I tend to ship out either next day, or if it's not a weekend, it'll ship out next day.
Cool. I mean, hey, right now the mail is slow everywhere. So hey, everyone is understandable at this point. How many people waited for toilet paper to come and like all these different things during the height of the pandemic? So
Yes.
it is what it is, you know? In one word, how would you describe your brand?
I would say free.
Free. I like that. Why free?
Because I feel like when you're creating something, like it's from the heart and you're putting your heart and soul into it, I want someone to get that. And when they're using it or they're wearing it, they get this sense of, I can be whoever I want to be. I can express myself however I want to be. And just being free in who you are and as a person.
Ah, yes, yes. Well, I mean, and then the good thing about you is that you make like art and crafts, so like it gives you that ability to, and that can stretch to however big your imagination is. So that's definitely awesome, and I commend you for doing so. Um, so what are some of the biggest challenges you faced it thus far in your business?
Definitely trying to figure out where I wanted to go or if I wanted to continue my business. I would say back in June, I had decided to close my shop for a month because I was comparing. I feel like people do this a lot, not just in businesses, but in daily life. I just kept comparing like my growth and my success to others, and seeing others like improving and soaring so much. And I was like, I'm still like stuck in this one space. So I had decided to take off of social media from like all my accounts, personal and business, just to refocus on myself, try to regroup, try to find again why I started my business and what it means to me. And then July, I was like, okay, I'm ready. I'm not going to compare myself to anybody anymore. I'm going to do what I want to do because I love it and it's something that makes me happy. And that was something hard to overcome because I battled with anxiety and depression. So I've always discussed that. I was like, this is an open conversation. Like I want people, when they come across, like it's a safe space. I'm not here to judge. We're not here to judge. If you ever need to communicate, I will try my best to respond quickly, but I am always willing to communicate with people whenever it happens. So I felt like, I didn't like the fact that I was waking up every day and posting on Instagram and looking at other businesses posting like their sales or how many orders they've gotten or like, oh, like I'm finally getting international. I didn't like that of myself. So I was like, let me make the decision to step back, regroup as who I am as a person and why I started. And then after this time, if I feel like I'm ready, I'm ready.
Awesome. Well, welcome back to, chasing after your goals and your dreams. I can totally, understand that because I'm an entrepreneur myself. And sometimes I don't always feel like I measure up to whoever else is out in the universe. But, it took time for me to understand that, the only person you're competing with is yourself. And, we all bring something to the table and it's just, we'll figure it out as we go along. The most important part is that, we don't stop. Everything that we encounter is part of our experience and our journey. that, you know, someone can learn from or, you know, be inspired by. So I think that's like a common thing, but, you know, good for you that you were able to do like a self check-in, and just know when you just needed like a pause. So
Yeah.
that's awesome. Like not many people can do it because, you know, being an entrepreneur is hard. And everyone, I always feel like, has an opinion, but we can't internalize everyone's opinion, you know?
It's not always sunshine and rainbows. Like there are days where you'll sit there and you'll just like break down because something's not working out or a design is not coming out the way that you had pictured. Like you can just step back for a few days, come back to when you work on it when you're ready, and then you can move forward without stressing yourself or being stressed out about it.
Awesome. So where can people, you know, purchase your items and your goods?
So if everything is linked on my Instagram is ShopJalilia. And when searching on Etsy, you'll just type in Jailien and it'll pop up like shops with the name of, and then mine will pop up with the logo. Because sometimes like you'll search it and people are like, I can't find it. I'm like, because you hit items with the name, but not shop.
Gotcha. Yeah, Etsy has their own like breakdown because I did the same thing too. I was like, wait, what's happening? Like, but I figured it out. I found you on Etsy. So guys, go check her out on Etsy. I'm telling you, they're really cute. It's really unique and it's completely different. If you like different, you know, she's right up your alley. Again, I commend you. And, you know, if there's anything I can do to help you going forward, it would be my pleasure. You know, I feel like everyone should win and I want everyone to win. And my hope is that in the course of me, you know, interviewing other entrepreneurs, that, you know, we kind of change the atmosphere that we're in and, you know, kind of remove that crabs in a barrel kind of mentality and just come from a place of, you know, love and support. Because, you know, that's truly what we all want and need, what we're looking for in life, you know, love and acceptance. So I just hope this interview is my contribution to the world, to the universe, and to everyone that wants to win.
Yes.
So it was really great talking to you and chatting with you. I wish you all the success in the world. Do you have any suggestions on what industry I should interview next?
Ooh. I'm big on skincare lately. I mean, I've always loved skincare. I'm like a skincare junkie. So anyone with skincare stuff, I'm like, you could take my money.
Okay.
Let me know whatever it is, just take the money. I don't even have, I'll take the whole collection.
I know. I feel like that with the Fenty line, although I'm not even like a big makeup person myself, but.
And I still bought myself Rihanna's glosses.
Yeah. I just ordered the Fenty skin. I'm like, yeah, I want glowing skin. Let me try this out. But I'm just like, hey, Rihanna, you can take all my money any day of the week. You are definitely one celeb. I would graciously give you my money.
Here you go.
Exactly. Awesome. Well, enjoy the rest of your day. I look forward to seeing everyone else on my next episode with my next entrepreneur. Let's see who I can find in the skincare business. That should be fun. And we'll be talking.
Well, thank you so much for the opportunity.
You're welcome. It was really my pleasure. This was fun. So